to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine. But before we get into it, y'all already know the drill. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And come on over here and kick it with your girl. So the ladies are getting ready to head to Aspen, and of course, Angel is feeling away about what Jazzy told her about what Monique said. And I just think Jazzy is looking for a moment at this point. But like I said in the last video, I do feel like that if this trip was too much for Angel and Angel didn't want to do certain stuff, then she shouldn't have hosted the trip, point blank, period. Maybe production put her up to hosting the trip. I think she did say production got the house or something, but at the end of the day, you know it's going to come back on you. So you got to be on your ones and twos. And not only that, I just feel like on this show and what you got going, she should have had stuff accommodated for her kids and stuff. Like, that's just that. I know a lot of y'all don't like Gizelle, or y'all don't like the other girls, so y'all don't want to agree with that. Now, I'm not agreeing with Monique projecting her energy on what happened in her relationship on her, but I do agree that if you know you was going to be hosting this trip, you know you're on this show, you know the ladies are coming to your town and you are hosting, then you should have made other accommodations for your kids. Now, there's nothing wrong with checking in with your man. I agree with Angel on it. That's my man. I'm going to check in with him. But at the same time, if you know you're working, y'all should have had accommodations in place. But Angel really didn't want to stay there for real. And that's why, me personally, I just don't feel like the housewives may be a good fit for Angel, just because if you don't want to be around the ladies, you don't want to participate fully, then what are we doing? Like, if you're not gonna be there the whole trip, then what are we doing? That's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people are on Angel's side. Like, when they did get on the PJ and they expressed their concerns about the house not having any water, a lot of people are mad at Gizelle. Which like I said last week, it's not Gizelle. It's not just Gizelle that's complaining. Gizelle just was the most vocal. Well, Wendy, all of them was really vocal. But, of course, because a lot of y'all don't like Gizelle, y'all are saying she's being a mean girl. Which we do know Gizelle have her ways, as do all the ladies. But my thing is, if this was y'all, be for real. Y'all stand in the middle of nowhere. The house has intermittent water. I don't know if they was using a well or what it is, but they can't brush their teeth. They can't take a bath. They can't use the restroom. They don't have that basic need. So, yeah, you're going to feel some type of way. Think about it. They was at Angel's house, sitting outside, eating and stuff. Then y'all have to travel back an hour and a half, and then when I get here, I can't take a shower. I can't brush my teeth. I can't, it's just like certain stuff that I feel like the fans are so mad at Gizelle about would have had an issue too. And it's just so crazy to me how y'all be flip-flopping. Now everybody is Team Angel. And like I said, I want it so bad. And I still give Angel grace just because this is her first season. But Angel has not been the best to deal with this whole season. Angel took on all Kay's problems, and Kay sat there and let all of them gang up on Angel. And I really think Angel low-key kind of feel away, because when Kay was like, well, we're just gonna apologize for not saying anything or for not contacting y'all and checking up on y'all, Angel kind of looked. Because you was Team K and riding for K, and I understand that's your girl, but at the end of the day, you gotta look at it like this. Yeah, y'all are friends in real life, but this is actually a job. This is how this shit gonna go. So I need to break out from K, get to know the ladies for myself, form my own opinions, and play the game how I need to play the game, because you was riding hard for K this whole time, and K literally just let them gang up on you. So what are we talking about? What are we doing here? And just from a hygiene standpoint, y'all don't know, some of these ladies could have been on their cycle. It's just one of those basic things. And then for Angel not to check to see how they were doing, that's kind of messed up. Y'all be saying that y'all wouldn't have said nothing, but I would have been high-key mad, and I would have said something, because at this point now, I'm like Gizelle. I'm not gonna stay here. We moving on somewhere else. So Gizelle found other accommodations. You can't be mad at that. If you're not gonna do anything about it, you're not gonna say anything about it, then I'm gonna do something. And I know they keep saying, oh, production paid, production picked the house out. Don't the ladies plan the trip and production just pay? I don't know. I could be wrong, but at the same time, I feel like your name is on it. You know you're gonna get the blame. So you could at least call them and try to make it right. But no, you didn't, because you was comfortable in your home, which is okay. But don't be mad when people feel a certain type of way. That's all I'm saying. Y'all cannot sit here and just say Gizelle is so wrong when everybody is equally mad about it. And they have every right to be. Let's just be clear. And Kay saying, well, let's just toast. And Wendy telling her, baby, nobody wants to toast. We're irritated. We ain't been able to take proper baths. Now she didn't say all that. But basically, like, damn, nobody wants to toast. We irritated. And not only that, you left your homegirl hanging. This is when Angel should really be on Kay ass, but child, she let Kay play in her face. So the ladies are at dinner, and Monique bring up the situation about the situation with her and Bobby to Angel. And she said that she wanted to let Angel know first, but Jazzy spilled the beans. Jazzy said that she kind of felt bad when she said watch her kids, because the wags be losing themselves in their marriage and, you know, I guess being a mother, and she didn't want that for Angel. I'm going to say this one more time, and we going to let it be. I agree with Gizelle. Like I've said multiple times, I said that last season that I felt like she should have had accommodations in place. Okay? But, however, I agree with Angel that that's her man, and it's nothing wrong with conversating with your man. If you're in a healthy relationship, or just whatever, any type of relationship, honestly, communication is key. Next to comprehension, communication is key. So if the plan wasn't for her to spend the night at the house previously, and then this is something they came up with on a whim, and she want to talk to Bobby about that, cool, fine. Now, I did find it crazy that she said that she had the babysitter there. So if the babysitter was there with the kids, then Bobby really didn't have the kids for real. Allegedly. Bobby really didn't have the kids for real. She said the babysitter was there to 9 p.m., I'm thinking. And now she needed to see if the babysitter could come back. So I'm like, okay, well, then Bobby could have just kept the kids overnight, right? But I still agree that that's my man. And if I'm doing something, I'm going to communicate that to my man. And ain't nothing you bitches can say about that, because this is what we got going on. I do think that Monique is saying she's healed, but she's really not healed, and or she's low-key triggered because of whatever reason. At the end of the day, I just feel like some shit ain't y'all business. And whether they have issues or not, I don't know y'all like that. I'm just getting to know y'all. We ain't cool like that. Whatever me and my man got going on, ain't none of y'all damn business. I don't have to communicate that with y'all. I don't have to, tell y'all what we got going on in our marriage, because that's none of y'all business. I just do think that she just could have got more accommodations, just because this is a job. Like, this is not a regular girls trip with your homegirls. This is actually a job, and I think that's the bigger picture of it for me. But at the same time, I do feel like Monique is doing a little bit of projection, and it's just some shit that you don't got to worry about. Like, whatever me and my men got going on ain't none of y'all business for real. Just point blank, period. Jazzy feels away because she's staying in the house with the other girls, and her and Angel have been talking off the air, and she thought they were cooler than what they were. And so we know Kay and Tia stayed at Angel's house, and Jazzy feels away. She's saying that she got Tia by default. She literally low-key mad, which I do want to know when did Angel and Tia really get so close, though? Even though we know stuff the show is edited, so we don't see everything, because Tia was the one who kind of low-key took the stuff back to Gizelle about her getting evicted from her house. Well, not evicted, allegedly. Not evicted, but having to leave her house. That was Tia who took the information back. So now that they are so cool, Jazzy is like, you know, originally they three was supposed to be at her house, but Angel was like, she couldn't make accommodations for Jazzy. Wendy told Angel she need to just stand on it. She don't really fuck with none of them. She don't fuck with Jazzy like that. The two people that she fuck with is the people that's in her house. And I agree with Wendy. I agree. I feel like y'all are kind of coddling Angel because she's been crying. And if now y'all are because she got into it with Gizelle. I think that's the real reason why everybody now is Team Angel. Because early in the show, everybody was like they didn't see Angel as a housewife, which I really still don't see. Like I say, I give her grace because this is her first season. But Angel came on her and she put a bad taste in everybody. At least for me, she put a bad taste in my mouth because she was knee deep in Kay ass. And Kay is sitting back letting these girls gang up on her and ain't saying a fuck thing. But I digress. And I just think it's funny that everybody now is Team Angel because she's getting into it with Gizelle. And then the crazy thing is, Angel was joining in when they was going at Stacey. They talked about Stacey's breath stinking and all of that. Angel was kicking and hi-hiing with them and was joining in on the bullshit. Now that it's her turn, y'all want to feel sorry for Angel. No, I don't feel sorry for her. That's just part of the game. That's how this go. You got to know what you sign up for. Not only that, if you don't fuck with them bitches, I don't fuck with y'all. Y'all would never stay in my house. That's it. That's all. I agree with Wendy in that situation. That's it. Like, I just feel like Angel don't have no backbone for real by herself. Like, she let Wendy, she beefing with everybody because of, not Wendy, but because of Kay. She had all this beef for Wendy because of Kay. Gizelle picked at her. She wouldn't have said nothing to Gizelle if Gizelle didn't say she got evicted and she didn't like the way that made her look. And ain't no telling what the hell Bobby said to her off air. Like, now that's when she went at Gizelle. Gizelle called you a catfish and all to your face and told you that didn't look like you and this and that. And you was still kissing Gizelle ass. So much so that you act like Gizelle didn't say it and you went at Wendy. When Gizelle clearly said it and she told you she said it. So all this, woe is Angel and they're ganging up on Angel. Tell Kay, you need to have your girl back because she didn't have your back. Kay checks on Angel and she kind of apologized to her, but she's saying that she's letting Angel handle it the way she want to handle it, which I still didn't like that. I give you cool points for checking on your girl. I give you that. But at the same time, for me, the way Angel came in going so hard for Kay, and I understand you saying you're letting her handle it the way she want to handle it, but I wouldn't have been able to sit there and not say shit because literally they don't like Angel because of you, Kay. Like, because of you. And we know, yeah, Gizelle came with the catfish shit, but the catfish stuff, but that's because Gizelle be bored and she be wanting the scene and she be trying to produce. Let's just be clear. But Kiana is not there for her friend the way Angel has been there for her. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Y'all can not like it or love it. Don't really matter. But I just feel like once everybody started piling up on Angel, Kiana should have said something. Kiana should have hopped in. She didn't do none of that. She sat there and she didn't say nothing. The only time she did say something is when she apologized and Angel was looking at her. The scene that they showed of Angel looking at her, she kind of looked like, you know, like she felt defeated or something. But I just don't really feel bad because y'all did it to Stacey. Y'all be so feeling bad for these women and they do it to another woman. And this is the bullshit that I be talking about. You don't dish that shit if you can't take it. Because see, I'm the type of person, I might let you get away with a few stuff. Because that's just me. That's just me. As I done got older, everything ain't worth addressing. But on this show, if I know I'm on a show and this is how I'm getting my coin, none of you bitches ain't fit to play with me. Like, at all. And I just felt like Angel has been going hard for Kiana and Kiana should have did the same. Point blank, period. So the ladies talk about all their purchases and how much they spent, and Stacey is the only one who didn't buy anything. And Stacey says she know how to stay rich, baby. She don't spend the unnecessary coin on anything. And while that could be true, may not be true, who knows? But at the same time, like, if you don't wanna spend your money, she said she was looking for keychains, baby, and that's it, that's all. But Gizelle did try to throw shade on the after show, talking about she looked like she shopped at JC's Penney's. Now Gizelle, you is not the best dresser. You not, like, come on now. But we know it's all shade. Like I said, Stacey is cool with me. They all had their issues, but Stacey said, baby, she keep a coin because she don't spend on bullshit. And hey, everybody got their own vices of how they spend their money. Put it like that. The ladies see Mauricio and Ashley want that man. I think Gizelle want that man. And Stacey low-key want that man, allegedly. And Ashley is trying to talk to him, but Gizelle is not letting it happen. Gizelle really kind of cop blocking, because on the after show, Gizelle was talking about if it wasn't for Cal, she would have been fucked on Mauricio. And then I'm like, even though that's Cal's ex-husband, baby, if this would have been Portia that said this, she would have had the internet on fire. And I ain't saying Portia right, but I'm just saying Gizelle ain't have to say that either. And not only that, we know Ashley gonna fuck on who she wanna fuck on. Like, Ashley, that's Ashley. She gonna do what she do. But Gizelle was kind of cock blocking. She didn't want her to talk to Mauricio. She's saying that, oh, I don't want to have issues with the Beverly Hills girls. Like, Gizelle, you ducking smoke? What's up? What's up, Gizelle? So that basically wraps up the Potomac girlies. Do y'all feel like Angel kind of just wanted to do this trip to promote her business or no? I just feel like, and let me just say this. She's a black woman. Her husband is black. Like I always say, I'm rooting for everybody black. So if this is the way you can promote it, do it. But I just felt like she could have did it in a better way. I really don't. I know everybody is talking about Gizelle and saying that they are being mean girls to Angel. Me personally, I feel like Angel is just Angel's turn. She did it to Stacey. She did it with the girls to Stacey. She thought Gizelle was her. She wanted to kiss Gizelle's ass when Gizelle was calling her a catfish and blamed it on Wendy. And now she's just seeing Gizelle. Like, Gizelle is the person who is playing the game. And she could be, she don't give a fuck because she want her bag. So she's going to do what she got to do. And that's just that. And y'all may not see that, but I see it. Like I say, I don't like to say I dislike these ladies because I don't know them in real life. But Angel, it's just your turn now, unfortunately. But anyways, y'all, that wraps up Potomac, and we back to head to the A. So down in hot Atlanta, we have Quad, Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Mimi, and Angel meeting up. And then on the other end, we have Simone, Toya, Brandi, and Contessa meeting up. And so the ladies are sitting down, you know, they catching up on everything. So Angel bring up the situation where Toya basically said in front of her guy friend that she wanted Toya to hook up with somebody else. And all the rest of the ladies is like, no, she didn't. She really said it in front of him, which I said that last week. We know Toya is a snake bitch. That's what she does. She does stuff and then she try to hide her hand. So over with Toya them, they're talking about the same thing. And she tells them, and Contessa is like, wait, you said it in front of him? And then she's like, yeah, but see, this is what Toya do. When she seen that the ladies responded to her differently, she kind of backtracked and said, oh, she wanted me to hook up with my family. No. Oh, you not fit to fuck up my family. You not fit to play with me. First of fucking all, I don't even know who the hell your family is. Let's be clear. And another damn thing, do you think just because a person is single, they don't talk to other people? They don't have people that they are dating? Fuck out of here. Toya does shit and she know what the fuck she be doing. And then she try to hide her hand. And then she try to make it sound good when the other ladies is not on her side. Because let Contessa them would have been like, ain't nothing wrong with that. she wouldn't have found anything wrong with it. So she tried to have to find a way talking about you trying to play it. I feel like Toya is miserable. I keep saying it, allegedly. But I do feel like Toya is miserable. Toya mad because she can't date, because she over there with Eugene and she really don't want to be. But if she leave Eugene, then for real, what she really don't have shit going for herself outside of the show, for real. So you want to live vicariously through Angel? Like, what is it? Like, and Angel was like, she don't rock with women like that. She can't, a woman like that can't be her friend. And baby, this is Toya. This is typical Toya. This is what she does. Contessa or Toya jokingly say that they were going to have Simone look up Angel stuff or something like that. And then it pins back to Heavenly. And Heavenly is like, she basically wanted to look up Quiet VIN number. She like, you can't ask Quiet about her finances. And so they just run back all the different instances where Simone has basically questioned Quiet about her money. Like when she was staying in the apartment, when she left Dr. G, when she got her home, just different things. And even the video with her and Sweet Tea talking about they wonder how she's gonna pay off the house that she's staying in now, and Sweet Tea weak ass talking about, oh, I'm about to pay off Quiet house. Like, Sweet Tea, you sound stupid, because at the end of the day, you can help pay this house off, but if you and Dr. G get divorced, unless he didn't put your name on stuff, which I don't know, maybe he have, who knows. But the type of man Dr. G is, if he leave your ass today, you will not be a part of that house, baby. Like, point blank in the period. So you helping pay off a house that ain't even yours, for real. But I digress. So Simone is saying if she had Quiet VIN number, she'll look up that Rolls Royce. And of course, Quiet feels a way about it, which I don't blame her. That's weird as fuck. We supposed to be cool. Why are you looking at my information so you can have some shit to talk about? I've been saying it, and I say it again. Simone is envious of Quiet. She's jealous of Quiet. I feel like Simone has a problem with Quiet being able to attain all this stuff, and she doesn't have to work as hard to her in her eyes, because Simone is working all these hours, still have to work extra hard because she's responsible for 3 grown-ass men. Let's be clear and let's call a spade a spade. Allegedly. But I feel like that's what it's giving. Simone is miserable. Toya is miserable, and that's why they are best friends. That's why they're so cool, because they don't have shit else to talk about, for real. Like, Simone, you work all these hours, you delivering babies, you doing this, you got to take care of your kids, you doing the show, you got to take care of your kids and your men, you doing the show, you doing all of these things, but you still have time to look up other people's stuff. Why? Like, at the end of the day, I understand having stuff on people. I get that. But it's just become, when a bitch is looking up shit, they already feel like you're not worthy of it, or how can you afford it? They already talking down low-key. Pocket watching, if I will. And that's what you're doing. You're pocket watching. And it's like, girl, you don't like her, so you want to expose, I guess, whatever the shit that she is. Like, later on in the show, she's going to say, oh, and you in a lot of debt. Why do you care? If you're not fit to pay her fucking debt, why do you care, for real? Simone is a snake-ass bitch, and she is. It is what it is. So we're at Dr. Heavenly's campaign lunch, and we find out that Quiet is her campaign manager. Of course, Toya is being a hater, talking about, oh, she must felt like Quiet needed a job. It's classic Toya. So Heavenly is Heavenly. Dr. Mimi, she speaks to Brandi after, Heavenly wrapped her stuff up. And she's telling Brandi that she's asking Brandi if she's going to support, I think, endorse Heavenly. And she was like, she want to get to know Heavenly better, which is fine. But then Dr. Mimi is like, well, be careful who you align yourself with. And Brandi was like, well, what's that supposed to mean? She was like, you need to walk away because you can't tell me that. And so we know Mimi really don't fuck with Toya. And she's more on Heavenly and Quiet side, which is cool. But I feel like Mimi may have said that from when they came to her house. Y'all remember last week at first, Brandi, we know Toya called Brandi out. about the stuff when they were saying that she was disrespecting Dr. Eugene. And then when they went to Mimi's house, or what did they go to Mimi's house or whoever house they went, they met up and they was talking about the situation with Toya. I don't know if something else was said that was cut out or whatever, but Mimi is telling her just to make sure she aligned herself with the right people. Now, for me, bitch, align yourself with whoever you want. Like, but I do see what Mimi is saying. I think Mimi kind of went at it wrong, and then y'all do know that Mimi is a psychiatrist, and like I said last week, she gonna assess your ass. So I feel like that's what she's doing. But I do see what she's saying about Brandi, because we already know Toya been talking cash money shit about Heavenly, and we know how this shit go. So, of course, she's going to have her reservations with Heavenly, which is cool. At the same time, like, you don't want to fuck with Heavenly, you ain't got to fuck with Heavenly for real. But I just feel like she's trying to tell her to be neutral, because you're new to the show, and you don't want to just choose a side without knowing all sides of what's going on. That's kind of what I got from it. But of course, Brandi is offended because Mimi is telling her that she basically want to be Toya. Meanwhile, Contessa, she does give Heavenly her praises. She says, you know, that Heavenly ain't shit as a friend, but when it comes to business and then when it comes to education and stuff, that Heavenly is really smart and she's about her business and she know her stuff, which I think we all know that about Heavenly. Heavenly crazy. Heavenly ain't gonna bite her tongue. Heavenly gonna say what she got to say, and Heavenly is funny. We know sometimes Heavenly go too damn far, but at the same time, I did think that was big Contessa to, you know, give her her flowers. We see Simone talking to Dr. Jackie, and Simone is expressing her feelings about the situation with her and Cecil. She says she's tired, and at this point, she's dropping the OB, and she's just going to be the... And yes, we want to show them that we're going to give them the best and stuff, but after a certain age, especially these boys have already graduated. Yeah, I think he's in law school now. Congratulations to that one son, but whatever. My thing is, at some point, you have to cut the cord. Because if you don't, you're going to forever be drowning. Because you can't enjoy the fruit of your labor because everybody else is on your back. And she says she's tired of taking care of them financially. And Dr. Jackie is overlooking it. She's saying that, you know, like I said earlier, the sex and stuff is not the bad part. I feel like she's tired of going out with Cecil because she probably have to flip the bill for every damn thing. Like, that shit get tiring. Nobody is going to be in a relationship. Well, some women will. But for the most part, no woman wants to be in a relationship with a man where she has to cover every damn thing, where she has to work multiple jobs or work long hours and shit just to still get by. And her man, if she come home and he's not doing nothing. Like, bitch, what? Do you know how mad I'd be if I walk into a house every day with a man that's not bringing nothing to the goddamn table, not clocking not punching no clock, not selling no houses, not doing nothing? Like, let's be clear. And this is why she's mad. Like, we know Heavenly has said it a million times. Jackie did say, well, she's premenopausal and she's probably tired. Ain't no probably, she's tired. At this point, she's like, hell, if I got to deal with all this, I'd rather just get my divorce and be okay. And like I said, I don't feel like divorce is the worst thing in the world. It's like, Cecil, why would you leave your job? And it's one thing to leave a job that's toxic, but to leave your job and not have a plan or to not put nothing else back in motion is crazy as hell. Because when the last time I think Cecil had a job was what? When they first started, the first couple seasons. And so they've been on now a little minute and you ain't doing nothing. You saying real estate, but y'all know how real estate go. Real estate is one of those things. Anybody can go be a real estate agent, get their real estate license or whatever. But the question is, is it beneficial? Are you actually selling houses? Are you flipping houses? What are you doing? No, you're not doing that. You just got it because it sounds good. Hell, with all these tech companies and stuff now, you can get something where you can literally work from home. But he has gotten so used to the money that Simone brings in, the fact that Simone has been so willing to pay everything and doing everything, and then the fact that she's doing everything and you don't even have the sense enough to tell your children that your mother is drained and to stop doing certain shit. The fact that you're sitting on here saying, oh, I want my boys to have this type of life and that type of life, but you're not contributing at this moment is crazy. And if you is contributing something, it's not the buck of it. The buck of it is on her back. So she's tired. And at some point, Simone, you just got to quit listening to your friends and telling them and just make your move on whatever that is that you want to do. But if she keeps on willingly doing stuff, then there will never be a lesson learned. But at the same time, like I said, I don't think divorce is just a bad thing if that's what she wants. So they are at Angel's event of her new scrubs, and Angel looked very pretty. Angel is a pretty girl. I did think that she should have had on her scrubs, but girl, she looked good either way. So of course they're asking Heavenly about her event. Simone talking about that Heavenly can't handle women and stuff, and of course Toya is piggybacking off of that, saying that she can't handle it. And I'm just like, Toya always have a problem with when somebody is doing stuff and that's more successful. For me, I always felt like Toya is a hater because she really doesn't have anything going on outside of the show. Let's just be clear. That's why I said if she would put all her misery and energy into maybe decorating other people's houses or doing something like that, then maybe she would actually be happy, because she's not happy. I don't feel like she's happy in her marriage, allegedly, and we know Simone's not happy in hers. So that's why they mesh so well, because they are miserable. Toya is sending stuff to Simone, and Simone is like, oh, she's not going to be able to deal with these people. Toya is like, Heavenly will not be able to deal with these people if she can't deal with us. And it's like, you just want to see her fail so bad. And it's because Toya don't have shit going on for herself. So the fact that whatever you feel about Heavenly, the fact that Heavenly still don't give a fuck, she's going to go out and go after what she wants, is a problem for Toya, because Toya won't go after whatever it is that she desires. For real. Let's be clear. It's no reason now. Her boys are older in school. You got time to do other stuff. But I just feel like I said, Toya's a hater. She one of them people who, this is why she's so really materialistic, I feel, because she has to overcompensate. That's why she was going at Heavenly. Oh, your purse ain't real, okay? My purse ain't gotta be real, bitch. I own everything I have. Do you? Like, that's how you shut a bitch up like Toya. Because you talking about some material shit, bitch, that come and go. If you needed to sell that material stuff right now, how quickly can you get off of it? Or how fast is it going to make you some money for real? Let's be clear. And I feel like this is the problem with Toya. I feel like Toya want to be above the ladies, but realistically she's not. And it's like she try to see herself above them in a money level, but realistically she's not. And that's why she's so materialistic, and that's why she's always gunning for the shit that they have. And then so Quiet leaves Heavenly out, because we know Heavenly, y'all know Heavenly gonna pop off. And Heavenly has actually been cool so far this season. She haven't been doing too much in my eyes. And Dr. Mimi is still there, and so Simone is like, hold on, she not a part of the clique. Like, girl, nobody want to be a part of y'all clique. The misery clique. And so Mimi is like, oh. And so they asked her about what she said to Brandi, and she was like, yeah, I told Brandi not to align herself with Toya. And they got mad. I really think they got mad because they didn't think Mimi was going to stand on business and say it to her face. And she said it, and she said she doubled down on what she said, and they felt a certain way. But I love that she said what she said, because, bitch, it ain't no secret. Like, Toya is a miserable bitch, and you're aligning yourself with her, and it's going to bite you in the ass later on, because we already seen her go off on you low-key, because you said that she was treating her husband wrong, and then you, as her friend, should have said, yeah, friend, you was treating him wrong, but, you know, I apologize if I made you feel a certain type of way, but I stand on what I said, but Brandi can't do that. So I just feel like Toya is miserable, and she don't like people that's more successful than her, or that's why she used to have so much hate for Heavenly. Angel Angel asked Toya what type of friend she is, and Toya is like, why would you ask me that? We can do a one-off. And so Angel was like, that's cool, but I feel like you're a fake friend, and I don't do fake friends, basically. So they agreed to just talk about it off air, even though Toya was like, well, if you don't want to bring it up, if you don't want to talk about it right now, why you bring it up? Which I'm kind of with Toya on that. Like, Angel, you should just went on and gave it to her. So then Quiet asked Simone about her looking up her VIN number. And Simone, oh, I didn't try to look up your VIN number. I look up property and houses and stuff. And so Simone is like, if this your car, if this yours and you claim it's yours, drive it. I don't give a damn. So Quiet is like, why you so worried about what I got and, you know, how much I'm paying for stuff? And so Quiet's like, bitch, you mad because I live well. And Simone is like, you live well with a lot of debt. Like, Simone, why the fuck do you care? My point is, if you're not going to pay my debt, bitch, why do you care? I'm not asking you to front the bill. The problem is, Quiet is living the life that Simone desires to live. Let's just call it spade a spade. They all was mad when when Quiet left Dr. G and actually bossed up after Dr. G. They thought Quiet was gonna crumble outside of Dr. G, and she did, and they hate that shit. Not only that, Simone, you the same bitch that let these women peer pressure you into staying with Cecil when you wanted to leave back then. And I've said this multiple times. You let them talk into staying into your relationship. And at the time, I get it. You know, you didn't know what you really wanted to do. I think at that time, the kids were still in school. They hadn't graduated. So you stayed, which is cool. Okay. But now you're mad because you stayed and you're having to pay everything. You're miserable. You're working yourself to death. And you hate to see another motherfucker living, enjoying their life, and out here having a ball and feeling like they can't afford certain stuff. If she's in debt, why do you care? You ain't fit to pay her debt. I just don't get it. But if y'all don't see the misery in Simone, I just don't understand it. If y'all don't see it in Toya, I just don't understand it. Like, Simone is very envious of Quiet. Just that has always been. They are mad because Quiet walked away and was able to maintain, was able to live the life that she desired. And they can't fathom that. Like I said multiple times, Simone doesn't like that Quiet is able to still be in the same rooms as her, have the same things, or if not a little more, and she doesn't work as hard. Or she don't deem that she work as hard. Let's just say that. She do not see Quiet as her equal, and she hates the fact that Quiet is able to live the life that she's living. That's it. That's all. I don't see how y'all don't seeing it. I've been seeing it for years. That's what I think. I know I haven't been doing recaps for years, but as I've been watching the show, that's all I've ever thought, that Simone has been envious of Quiet. And that's why she was so gun-ho on trying to usher Sweet Tea on the show, because they thought they was going to ice Quiet out. And Quiet is very resilient. Like, y'all can love or hate Quiet, say what y'all want to say about Quiet, but she know how to, like, bitch, you ain't fit to knock me off my game. When the hoe try to come gunning, I'm going to show you exactly what it is. And I appreciate that, because I'm the same way. Bitch, you can think that you going to get the upper hand on me, but I don't start shit, but I'm gonna have to laugh. That's it. That's all. And I just feel that's what it is. So the ladies try to take a picture and heavily grab Simone, and Simone was like, bitch, I ain't taking no picture with you. Which I can't. Now, I will give Simone that. That's some real ass shit. Even though Simone fake as fuck in that moment, that was some real ass shit. Bitch, I don't fuck with y'all, so I'm not taking no picture with you. But so they get, y'all know Simone gonna get the yelling and heavily gonna say, she gonna say that one line that trigger. And this is why I try to mind the business that pays me, and I don't start shit, because I'm kind of like Heavenly. You come starting with me, and baby, I'm gonna hit you where it hurt every time. But anyways, that's it, y'all. I still feel like Simone and Toya are just miserable. They're jealous of Quiet, whatever the reason is. That's it. That's all. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.